General! Raise your weapons!
We are promised a place at Sigmar's side!
Ready for war! It will be done!
Did you guys like the blitz shoots in there? Is that nice? They're so loud that it makes the sound glitch, and they fire, I guess, with such force that the screen shakes like literally uncontrollably. And look, they use their ammo really super quick too, which is why they get the missile rating that they do. Yeah, I've been testing them a little bit. We haven't used them yet in our campaign, so I've been testing a little. I figured while we're letting people join in, because I am a little early starting the stream, which is different than usual, I'm just going to get things going, and we'll kind of let people trickle in if they're going to come tonight. But yeah, this is something that I wanted to mess around with, so I was just kind of messing with blitz shoots. And if an enemy unit has a shield, the blitz shoots in don't do near as good. Like, not near as good. If it's an unshielded unit, regardless of the level of armor, they get shredded. I mean, like, absolutely shredded. So, I mean, it is pretty incredible what they're capable of. I'm obviously going to be trying to use these guys soon. So if you all are just joining in, hang tight. We're going to play some multiplayer battles soon. In fact, I want to play some multiplayer with the Empire gun mod tonight. Be a little different. So if you all are just joining in and you want to play tonight, what I'm going to do is drop a link here in the video description for this mod, and go ahead and go download it if you want to join in. And I think we're going to play around and see if this mod works in multiplayer. It may not, but I'm curious. It's the mod that Sneck made for us, and Sneck joined our Discord. I don't know if he'll happen to be here, but he's pretty awesome. He's actually making some more updates to the mod and everything too. His mod is fantastic. But if you all want to, here's the there's the link, and go grab it if you want to play a battle with it tonight. I'm gonna just be tinkering around with it while we're seeing if more people are gonna join. They may not. I mean, if people see my ugly mug on their YouTube page, they're quite likely to just drop their phone and run. But you know, we'll see if anybody joins. Let's do some more testing. I was thinking, what if we paired a Blitzschützen with the, I think it's the Jaeger Corps that has the shield breaker. I can't remember if any other unit has the shield breaker. This one has armor sunder, but we wouldn't need that. Eisenbomber has the disrupted. And then we have, yeah, here's the shield breaker on the Jaeger Corps long rifles, but that's pretty, well, I mean, I say it's OP. This is very likely to be a combination in our campaign. Let's throw a shielded chaos unit in here. So let's get some chosen with shields. Maybe a couple of units. Let's see what we can do with some combined fire here. I've already got the mod, so I can load it up quick. Awesome. Yeah, I was thinking it might be fun to try and play like a multiplayer battle with it. We'd probably have to do some thinking about whether certain units need to be capped or if it'll work out alright, because obviously this mod was intended for campaign. I'm not assuming that the maker of it will have it balanced for funding in multiplayer. I mean, I know I wouldn't mess with that. But and I don't even know if the multiplayer works, but we could try it. If it doesn't, then no big deal. We'll just play some battles. Marathi's late game coming back. I do want to finish that. I need to pick a stream time sometime and do it.
For the Emperor!
So we've already used the shield breakers. These guys have the shield breaker effect. What I'll do is I'll wait for this unit to get in range or near the range of the Blitzschützen. And I'm going to use my Empire General here to maybe disrupt some of these guys for a moment while we can test. We didn't have a lot of people just sitting around waiting on me tonight. People have had enough of me. After a decade of YouTube, they're like, oh, this guy again. Just kidding. I don't expect people to be sitting around in the chat waiting on me to start a stream. All right, let's see how this works with the shield breaker. Works pretty darn good. Yeah, I mean these guys are melting like butter. Let's focus our fire over here. These guys have a very rapid reload. Yeah, it's a pretty nice combination because even this pretty heavily shielded unit. Well, I mean they are taking shots from the unshielded flank at the moment. We did get the shield breaker. Oh my gosh, these guys. And they also have the stand your ground ability bound to them. And then they have a bonus versus infantry. And in Balthasar's army, I think they would have about 110 armor or something like that. So they would be a pretty interesting close fire support unit against Chaos. Meaning that they would get all their volleys fired very quickly, and then they could do something like this where they just charge into melee. And I doubt they would be much of a match for Chosen, per se. But, I mean, you can see, like, even up against this Lord, they'll do some damage because of their bonus versus infantry. They fight with hammers. Pretty cool-looking unit. Get all some close-ups here. Man, it's so nice to actually get some frame rates in Total War. I wish this is the experience I could have all the time. I'm running 140 frames a second right now, just because the battle's small, and I have the settings on high. I love having a $1,200 graphics card, and the only game that probably exists outside of Microsoft Flight Simulator that it can't run over 60 frames a second is probably Total War Warhammer 2. It drives me crazy. I don't know, maybe these new graphics cards will finally do it. In my opinion, though, I kind of just think that the engine for Warhammer is pretty much just broken. That's all there is to it. Just needs improved. But yeah, anyway, this is a pretty cool unit. I mean, look how long they're sitting here. Like, even after expending their ammo, I mean, they can go in a few rounds of melee. And imagine with the buffs that Balthasar can give them with all the extra chevrons, with the extra armor. I think the general abilities can buff their melee capability. This would be a pretty fun unit to field. Between these guys and Eisenbombers, you'd have some really nice close quarters action after you got done. Now, obviously, you can see they can't literally just best a Chosen unit there, and I didn't expect them to, but I mean, you see the amount of ammo they fire. I'm imagining them with Balthasar in my campaign, and we're talking about a lot of damage potential, because we're up against some of the best infantry in the game when you're testing against Chosen. Chosen are extremely good infantry. They're not a good value in, say, like multiplayer, but just pound for pound performance, Chosen are pretty spectacular. They are pretty darn good. What's the plan for the stream? Ardek, I want to try and play a few battles on this mod. I posted the link. If you all scroll up a little, you can see where I posted the link. It's just a little ways back in the chat. So if you don't have the mod, go grab it. I want to try and do some battles in it. How many folks do we have here that would be ready to play a battle? Or do we need to just switch out of the mod? Like, so I'm just curious, because we don't have a lot of people here tonight. We'll be running on a small crowd, but that's okay. Small crowds can be great crowds. What about Attila? Oh, you know what? I wonder if I even have Attila installed. Warner, you just tempted me. It is installed. I wonder which drive it's installed on. Local files, browse local. Oh, it's on D, so it's actually on my solid state drive. I figured I hadn't played Attila in so long that it was probably sitting on my spinning drive. Yeah, I'm gonna turn on Attila and run a benchmark. It's been that long. You remember when they made Attila and it didn't run for beans on anything? I think at the time I had like the top end i7 and like a nice graphics card, and there was no way you could get Attila to run good. But it was so different back then. I could overclock my i7, and if I could overclock, you know, an extra 200 or 300 megahertz on it, it would give me like an extra 10 frames per second in Attila, because Attila was like so magnetic to one fast core in your processor. Like, it didn't matter how many cores you had to have one fast one. And Total War did not like to play nicely with Ryzen or basically anything else out there. We're gonna fire up Attila. Oh my goodness, it's been a long time. I had to reinstall like the what do you call it, like the distributable stuff there whenever I started up. We're gonna go run a all right, people are getting the mod. Broken Sky's getting the mod. This will give us time to go. Remember CA telling us, oh, this was designed for future hardware. That's why, you know, you're having a hard future hardware. That's a good one, CA. That's a good one. All right, here's the question. Maybe it'll pop up here in a second. It hasn't popped up yet, has it? No, it hasn't popped up yet on my stream screen. I may have to go put a special setting to it. Okay, here we are. I'm in Attila. I think you all can hear the sound. You just can't see it. Let me fix the game capture here. I'll tell it specific. Window. Total War Attila. I don't know why some games aren't automatically recognized by Streamlabs OBS, but it gets pretty annoying. Hey, do you guys remember? Oh, Tuso, we're not gonna play Attila for long. We're just making fun of CA by checking the benchmark run here to see whether or not in 2020 if you can max out Total War Attila and hit 60 frames in the benchmark. Okay, this is what year? Can someone look up what year this was? It does have a good theme music in the back. I'll give it that. I agree. It does have some good theme music in the back. Does anybody remember what year this was launched? 2015. Okay, so 5 years later. 5 years later. Can we hit 60 frames, max settings, 2560 by 1440 resolution? Or are we gonna have to wait for the RTX 30 series and the RX 6000 to try again? How many years before you can run Attila at 60 frames? Oh, we're already below 60. It can't be done. It can't be done. Look at this, 45. For those of you wondering, I believe that I am streaming using the CPU, but it shouldn't have an impact. I have 8 cores and 16 threads, and I know for a fact Attila only uses like max 1 or 2 cores. This game is just bound by its own engine. There is no graphics card. There is no there's no hardware combination that's gonna give it to you. I think you would have to have a CPU clocked at like 7 gigahertz to probably get Attila to behave. So you still can't run Attila at 60 frames per second on, I'm sitting on about $3,000 worth of hardware in 2020. So that is a 2080 Ti and a Radeon and an AMD Ryzen 3800 XT. It's 8 cores, 16 threads, running in game. It's probably running about 4.5-ish. So yeah, there you go. 49.6 frames per second in Total War Attila. Warner, I'm glad you mentioned that. Oh man, what a trip! What a trip down memory lane that is. All right, let me switch it back over to Warhammer 2. Oh man, that music is pretty fun though. I have to admit, that is some pretty cool music there. On the I forgot about the throat singing. That is really nice. It is really nice. All right, yeah. If you have the mod, and should we try some FFA with it? Shogun? Oh, that's actually a good idea. Maybe we'll do that later too. I don't even know if I have Shogun 2 installed. Shogun 2 was so much fun. Shogun 2 was in like the heyday of my channel. That's when my views were probably at their peak, the number of subscribers. There was a lot of interest in Total War. Shogun 2, yeah, it had a lot of bugs and stuff when it first came out, but it was a masterpiece. Like, it looked good. It played fun. There was some unit balance issues and a few other things, but a crazy new multiplayer system. Oh, it was fun, man. Shogun 2 was a trip. It was absolutely awesome. I loved, and I still love, obviously, making content, but it is definitely like something that I'll never forget on my channel. It's like kind of like a heyday. It's just people were really, really active back then, and it was a lot of fun. It was a fun game, and Fall of the Samurai was really cool too. CA really did a marvelous job with it, and I think that that's probably part of the reason why Rome 2 was such a letdown when it came out, because you had just had that Shogun 2, and you're just like, oh my gosh, Rome 2 is about to be so awesome. And then in its release date, you're just like, really, CA? Really? And eventually, years later, Rome 2 is pretty fun. It still, to me, just doesn't quite have that same thing that Shogun 2 did. Now, again, it's a great game in its current state. Rome 2 really is a great game. But, yeah, it's just not what it used to be. It's not what it used to be. Holy crap, Starman! I don't know if my alert box was on. Here, I just turned it on. I don't know if it's going to pop up. Starman, you are far too generous, sir. I don't know what in the world I did to deserve you donating $50, but if there's anything you want to see, or if you want to play a battle, please, Starman, let me know so we can jump in. Thank you for being here tonight. It's been a while since I've seen you. It's great to have you here. You are far too kind. Can you guys please help me thank Starman for supporting the channel here in the chat? Good to see you all tonight. Thank you, Starman. Very, very kind. I did turn the alert box on now, so it should be working, though it probably didn't catch... didn't catch Starman's thing there. Falcon, thanks for dropping by, man. Hope you get some sleep. Alright, so... let's see. Y'all want to play some battles with this? I'm going to host a battle. If you have it, you need to have the gun mod turned on. I linked it farther up. If you scroll back through the chat, you'll see a link I left. We're going to try this gun mod in the chat. See if Starman has any special request here. And then Broken Sky. Thank you, Broken Sky. Coming in with the 10. I don't know if my alert box is going to work tonight. I turned it on, but we're not getting any sound. There it goes. It's alive. All right. Thank you, Broken Sky, for the 10. He says, the professor of pyrotechnics has arrived. That's right. Warner broke air. Oh, we do have a game up. Oh, here, let me make some more slots. See if we can fill one up. Should we try a free-for-all gun battle? Alright, so you have to pick an Empire faction. I think all the Empire factions have the guns. Yeah. So we'll do it where you have to pick an Empire faction. Starman won the world. I need to drop another 20. This has been super busy, but good to be here. Maybe some High Elves. So I'll tell you what, we'll play a High Elves battle for you later. Absolutely. In fact, we should have a High Elf FFA. Like a High Elf throwdown to see who's the real High Elf boss. Alright, so make sure, yeah, everybody's picked it. So I'm going to do unit cap. Well, I think unit caps will screw it up. Let's do max Well, here, let's do no artillery. Only cav is gun cav. General on horse or caster on horse. No flyers. Alright. Starman, yeah, I'll get you a high elf battle in later. We'll do like a high elf FFA for you. Thank you so much. You're far too kind. You and Broken Sky. Appreciate it. Flyers get wrecked by guns. They would, but I don't want to get this melee focused. I want it to be a gun battle. Let's do a gun battle on the streets of Isha. Is Regina here for this? Warner sold his soul to the gun gods? That sounds like him. That sounds like him. Alright, I'm going to put up my army blocker. So hopefully people got the rules there. Let's make sure. So no artillery. The only cav has to be gun cav. And then grenades are good. So that also means no steam tanks in this one, since no RD. All right, we'll try a gun battle. I'm gonna throw my army blocker up here and get things going. I'll just say casters are allowed. Just no summoning manticores, etc. Okay. I think we got the rules fairly straight here. Alright, so get my army put together. Yeah, unit caps will ruin it, so I can't do unit caps. Let's say max 4 of the same unit. That way we don't just spam something. Oh yeah. Only guns, of course. As in, no melee units outside Lord or Caster. Alright, I think we've got it straight. Okay, I think I've got mine figured out. There was max 4 of the same unit. Okay. Empire Total Warhammer, here it goes. People are saying it's going to be a mess, and it absolutely will be. Here's our first all-gun FFA. In the streets of Isha, the streets will run red with blood. Only this Saturday, on the steps of Isha, Shining Summit. Action, action. What would be the announcement? Like, what would be... I need to come up with, like, a good, you know, like, redneck version of the Demolition Derby type announcement for this. This Saturday only, on the steps of Isha, Shining Summit. Get your gun and come for the biggest throwdown in the history of the Empire. Something like that. Who's the lord who can sling the most lead? Yeah, hear ye shoot out in the High Elf Town Square. Like a monster truck rally. Yeah, that's what I'm going for. Let's get that army blocker out of the way. This is gonna be an absolute mess. Where's Regina when I need her to disapprove of my actions? Burning Head's gonna be brutal if someone took it. I think I brought a Fire Wizard, but I don't remember what I brought with them. I may have forgotten Burning Head. Some of the units have decent armor, Felcon, but I mean, still in the streets like this, if people get blobbed up, it'd be a mess. We did ban artillery, or else it would have just been everybody sitting back with rockets, barraging each other till the cows come home. Though at some point, I think it would be fun in like open field battles to allow up to like 2 artillery pieces per player or something.
Yes, General! Yes, General! For the Emperor! For the Emperor! Sir! Sigma Corps!
Alright, my army is basically like, I think it's Landesturm here, which is like a cheap throwaway unit that I'm intending to absorb some fire with before my main stuff gets into action. I do have my... I ended up with Bolts of Burning. I clicked the wrong spell. Whoops. That was not what I had intended to happen. I did bring some Jaeger Corps long rifles to try and be able to engage from longer range. Yeah, I already regret my wizard choice here. See what happens here on the steps of Isha. Wonder if anybody will Vanguard deploy me with like some Forced Jaeger or something. Not a lot of room to Vanguard deploy on this though. Well, someone has certainly hidden their stuff where we can't see it. Hey, that's a flyer. I see that. It's alright, we're gonna gun it down. Oh, yeah.
Sigma Corps!
They have some, they have a unit sniping me, I think.
Sigma
Yeah,
Corps!
they've got a unit sniping.
For Heldenhammer! At speed!
Yes, General! Moving now!
Pretty sure the Jaeger Corps long rifles can snipe like that. I don't have vision on them.
At speed!
We are
Holy
Sigma
crap!
Bears!
How are they still shooting me?
For the Emperor! position. Go. Ready.
I have my own snipe unit here. I don't have visibility though. Ooh, yeah, there we go. Take that, Bright Wizard. Are his guys hidden? Does this like count as trees or something? I'm trying to figure out where his unit is hidden. I think he's got a foyer shoots up there. We definitely want to stay out of range of that. We've seen what those can do in the Baltasar campaign.
Take the ground. Ready.
Okay. A little bit of searching. He's like, I'm staying behind the building. I'm trying to spot this unit up here so I can shoot it, but this is pretty risky. These units don't hide naturally, so I'm trying to figure. Oh, there's woods right here. It's probably hidden right here. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Duck behind the hill. Yeah, that was about to be a travesty, and I bet they were hidden here. I still can't see his hidden unit though. Is there may be another unit that's got the snipe and stalk. Because I'm having trouble spotting that one right now. Which one? Does anybody remember which unit it is that has snipe and stalk? I don't. Oh my goodness, what is happening over here? Just see units routing everywhere. All right, let's move in, do a little bit of fighting.
We obey.
Pull back this way a little.
What?
I need to actually get some points on the board. What do we got here? Landestrom. Okay, yeah, other people brought the throwaway units. Jaeger Corps long rifles. They got a lot of Jaeger Corps. Forced Jaeger. Landestrom. Yeah, so he's brought cheap infantry and then long rifles.
We are Sigma's heirs.
Should be able to snipe from these woods here.
For the Emperor. Yes, sir.
To battle!
Keep using these units. Kind of hold here for the time being. Whoa, did we just get shot again? Or are we shooting?
Sigma calls. Yes, sir. Quickly.
How is he hiding this unit? I cannot figure out what unit that is.
The twin-tailed comet.
Alright, Boris is going to get wrecked.
Kindle flame. Very well.
Yeah, Boris got absolutely owned here. These Jaeger Corps rifle are going to have his number. Yeah, it's a Jaeger Corps. It's a standard Jaeger Corps. Oh, that Foyer Schützen's got their back. Alright, let's get them engaged with the cheaper unit. And now I've got a shot from the woods. I should be able to snipe. Ah, I've lost sight of him again. Piece of crap, man. That unit is highly invisible. And then he's got a nice, like, setup here, supporting them from behind with the Foyer Schützen. I'll try and double gun it here.
Taking that position!
I may need these guys back this way. Let's push here. This unit over here. Let's see if we can double team the Foyer Schützen.
The Empire endures.
Get some shots. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot past his Jaeger Corps into the Foyer Schützen. And I'm gonna snipe the Jaeger Corps.
Yes, General.
Here we go, here we go.
Yes, General.
Gonna get ugly, folks. This reminds me of Empire Total War Tactics, where you're trying to get more than one unit shooting at a time.
Sigma calls.
So we can pick off those Jaeger Corps. Oh, he's got more guns. Come on, we gotta be careful with their general then.
Ready. Taking position.
Alright, we've managed to push back his Jaeger Corps. Wow, that Jaeger Corps can do some impressive work.
Sigma calls.
Yeah, in Empire Total War, some of the things you had to worry about was like first volleys, line of sight, how you used your first volleys, and then how you used your range units to best effect. It was definitely a delicate balance.
All ranks fire.
But of course, it was a more volley-focused game
No lingering.
than this one is.
At speed. Take the ground.
So we can push him off position.
Burn everything. the Helden Hammer! The Empire in
Oh boy.
charge. Yes, General!
Let's run this way to see if we can get some shots on this guy.
Quick march! Ready!
Better open fire here.
To battle!
The situation has suddenly become a lot less than ideal. There we go.
Sir! To battle! Yes,
Bring
General!
this unit this way.
Formation, march! Sir!
Get our 2 Jaeger Corps up here in the woods. We can push the ranged advantage. Let's back up a little.
Formation, march!
Try and let our range go to its advantage. He's got some Jaeger Corps long rifles that are wrecking me from a distance. So let's try and use my own Jaeger Corps. I'm gonna fall back a little deeper into these woods so that they'll stay hidden.
Sir! To battle! No lingering!
Oh gosh. Got a whole army coming up behind me. This is not what I need right now.
Position!
It's a little lane to strum. Yeah, I'm gonna get overwhelmed here. Camped up in my corner.
For the Emperor!
Alright, I should be able to fire undetected now.
Yes, General!
You guys have units in sight, don't you? I don't know why my troops won't fire. Oh gosh! Getting murdered.
Quick march for the Warhammer! Powder
Yeah, he's got range on me right now.
Shoot them!
Oh, I forgot about my Bright Wizard. He dead.
Sigma calls!
My guys aren't hidden for some reason.
Take the ground! Moving now! Yes, my
They're gonna
lord.
get destroyed if they're not hidden. Let's see if we can dodge this for a minute. Dodge that Griffin. No, dodge him! It's come on! I'd have no manner of luck. See if we can distract him for a minute with our
Ready for war!
pick his general off.
Ready!
Yeah, I'm getting overwhelmed. We're not gonna make it. No flying units.
Sir! In range!
Oh well. Let's just shoot our way out of this.
Shoot them!
These Jaeger Corps long rifles, a lot of people used them well, and then Jaeger in general were a popular unit here because of the longer range, and it ended up being that case. It's just like Empire Total War then when people would spam out lots of rifle units. Rifle units had longer range and were pretty powerful.
Ready! We are a ring of steel!
How about this? Oh, we're spotted now. Oh well. We'll kill the Griffin.
Now we strike!
See if we can mow down a few more units. But yeah, people in Empire Total War when it first came out would just spam long rifles. Specifically Ferguson rifles and units similar to it. There we go. I'm almost out of ammo with my rifles.
At speed! Go!
He's gonna bayonet charge me here.
In range! At speed! Ahead for the Helden Hammer!
For the Helden Hammer! And like every Empire Total War battle, it's gonna end with a melee fight. Well, some Empire Total War battles. Griffin's got this one. I'm pretty well. Hang on, Griffin's the purple. No, he doesn't. Joshua is the light blue. Yeah. Let's see here what we've got. He's got some blitz shoots in. Jaeger Corps long rifles are going to be owning. He's got a Jade Wizard here too, which is a nice touch. I wonder if he'll be able to gain enough points. Griffin has a unit somewhere, so he's still on the map, hidden somewhere. I'm out. But hey, we got some points. This mod is the Guns of the Empire mod. I have it linked. If you follow way back up in the chat, I have it linked. Scroll way back up to earlier, towards the beginning, and we've got it. No, don't worry about it, Calvin. It's fine. We're just having a fun match. Don't worry about the flyers. It's no biggie. I'm just saying stuff. I'm not actually upset about it. Don't worry, man. It's a battle where we're just shooting guns. We don't have good rules yet on how to set it. So like for instance, we'll probably want to set a rule on how many light infantry you can bring, or else it'll just turn out to be a battle of light infantry. We might want to set a cap of like 3 light infantry or 4 light infantry.
Look out!
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I got points for shooting the flyer. It's definitely fine. It is what it is. Yeah, light infantry definitely looking pretty strong. You can see like these forced Jaeger. They can get hole up here in the woods, and they've got a better range than standard infantry by a little bit. And first volleys are a big deal in these fights. I mean, if it's anything like Fall of the Samurai, because remember in Fall of the Samurai, what? Where's troops just withdrawing? In any case, yeah, in Fall of the Samurai, where it wasn't as volley focused, and it was more like just fire. The fire was like this game, right? In Fall of the Samurai, where it was fast and furious, and whoever gets first volleys, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Like if you stepped into a bunch of volleys, so yeah, these Jaeger Corps long rifles are gonna absolutely own from the top of the hill here. Let's see if these other long rifles can. Look at the scope on this thing, man. It's got to weigh about 600 pounds. Have y'all ever hefted a full-size rifle with a big scope on it and tried to fire it from the shoulder? Like a bolt action or something? It's not easily done. And especially if it was like a big, you know, muzzle loader like these things, it'd be even harder. It is not easy to do. About the only time a rifle starts to become fairly comfortable from the shoulder is if you're using something like the iron sights or a red dot on like an M4, AR-15, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, then the rifle's not long enough or heavy enough to be terribly cumbersome. Yeah, these guys managed to clutch this out here. It's taken first. Let's see what's left up here. The Bright Wizard. He's got a blitz shoots him, but its range is so short. He's going to have to try and figure out how to close the distance on these. Yeah, see, they're already firing. Whew, yeah. We're going to have to probably limit the range units. They are very good. But yeah, firing a rifle like this in real life is difficult. Like, I don't know, is anybody in the chat besides myself ever tried to take like a 200, 250 yard shot with a rifle? If so, my guess is you were probably like sitting at a table where you had it, or you were laying down with it braced. If not, like trying to take a shot like that from the shoulder, whew, boy, it'll wear you out, and it is not easy. Like it is challenging. It can be done, but it's challenging. It takes some practice. You know, it's not like Call of Duty where you just like run around all of a sudden, oh, quick scope, quick scope. It is so different. So different. Rifle shooting is definitely a skill. And it is definitely a skill. Now, if you're 100 yards or less, and you have a modern rifle, say like an AR-15 or some kind of European pistol carbine, right? Like an MP5 or Scorpion or something like that. I mean, sure, those are going to be pretty easy. 100 yards and in, not too bad. Get them up on the shoulders, shoot, easy stuff. I'm talking about like a proper full-length, you know, full caliber weapon. Something like 30 caliber at least. So like a 308, 30-06. Yeah, it's, I guess for those of you in Europe, that'd be more like your 7.62, but the larger 7.62, not the by, what is it? Is it 54 is the larger one, 7.62 by 54? I know the 39 is the AK. I'm not thinking of the 39 millimeter. Semper Fi's got their rifle qualification. That's awesome. I want to take a class on it sometime. I suck at rifle. Shotgun, I'm pretty good with it. I am pretty handy with the shotgun. Rifle, I mean, inside of 100 yards with with the I call it an M4 because to me it's more similar to an M4 than an AR-15, but the world at large calls it an AR-15. I mean, inside of 100 yards with the iron sights and an AR-15, sure, I can hit, you know, a person-sized target without any problem. But long shots I don't know how to do, and I'd really love to learn how to take longer shots just to learn. It's fascinating to me, like the mechanics you have to learn, like how to control your breathing right, how to trigger squeeze right, how to account for bullet drop if it gets far enough out. It's a really kind of an interesting science to it. Not that I want to be shooting people, obviously, but shooting targets is fun. A Barrett? Yeah, that'd be pretty fun. Okay, 7.62 by 51, that's what it is. I don't know why I was thinking 54. I knew there was one that was very similar to a 308, and I was thinking it was the 7.62 by 50-something there. Man, that was interesting. So that was the first all-gun free-for-all we did. I ended up coming in second. I'm surprised I got second, to be honest. Let's see. Joshua James Edwards managed to pull out first place with his all-gun army. I need to do a high-elf army now for the other folks. Let's check out everybody's stats. Here's the Griffin. And Todd Bringer did not like being in a gunfight, but he had some good, like, he did great with this Jaeger Corps. I forgot that these guys had snipe and stalk all together. Their damage isn't as good as their range, not quite as good as a Jaeger Corps long rifle, but the Jaeger Corps long rifle doesn't have stock. It only has snipe, so it has to be in a good position to take advantage of it. So he got some work done with this Jaeger Corps unit. He worked me with it. And then ITO here, trying to come into the battle late. He did get some kills with his grenade launchers. Kind of surprised. That's awesome that he pulled off those kills. And then his Jaeger Corps long rifle is doing some important work. He had a Blitzschützen that just didn't end up very involved here. And then the Forced Jaeger. Yeah, and Forced Jaeger I think have some specific stats to make them good in the forest. That was fun. GG's. Appreciate everybody joining that one. I'm gonna pop out of the game real quick and turn my mod off. If you all want to come join, I want to do a high elf free for all now because of the donations here that came in. Starman wanted to see a high elf battle. I don't know if you said all high elf battle, but that's what I'm gonna make it. It's gonna be an all high elf battle. So let's do a high elf free for all battle, and we'll go straight back to the steps of Isha. Might as well, right? Yeah, it's I don't know. It's always been something I just thought would be interesting to learn. Some good rifle marksmanship. Should do it in an Empire City. I don't think they have an Empire City map. Unless we want to do a team battle. We could do a team battle and do it on the Altdorf outskirts, since we just had the Empire battling inside. Yes, I've dropped the mod now, so exit the game, turn the mod off, and before you all join the battle, please go in here. I'm going to actually do the same real quick. I'm going to turn the graphics to medium. Before you come, we didn't do it on that one. Come turn your graphics to medium. I'll take care of the larger unit size here so you don't have to worry about it. But yeah, turn your graphics to medium. It helps a lot in avoiding lag. So I'm going to go host this one. Again, this is not a modded battle, so you can turn the gun mod off for this one. And it's just airs battles, passwords 1. I think we'll do a team battle on the Altdorf outskirts. Since the last one was an Empire fight inside a High Elf City, this one is going to be a High Elf fight outside the Empire City. So, man, look at that. Didn't take long. So this is going to be a High Elf brawl here. I'm going to keep it to 2v2 because we ran into some pretty bad lag last time with the 3v3. I might try one later, but I don't want to do it yet. Alright, so all High Elf battle. Alright. I don't think there's a bunch of rules we need to throw down on this. Get my army blocker up and start building something here. Regina showed up just in time for the elf on elf action here. Regina, you just missed it. We had an all-gun fight on the steps of Isha in the streets, and now we are having an all-elf fight on the outskirts of Altdorf. So, it's Bizarro World tonight. Thanks for being here. Ban Dragon Princes and Arcane Phoenix for High Elf Mirrors. Or if you don't, grab some Dragon Princes of your own. Okay, yeah, we could probably... no Arcane Phoenix or Arcane Phoenix mount for Techless. It's a good call there by Falcon. They can get abused pretty bad. I'm not going to ban Dragon Princes. I can see why someone might want to, though, because they can get pretty insane sometimes, probably in an all high elf matchup. But let's see here. I know, this was like your battle, Regina. If I put this on the channel, no one's going to believe that Regina wasn't involved in this battle. They'll be like, huh? This elf battle? Regina wasn't here? What is this heresy? Alright, I'm getting an army put together here. Okay, Alkanos will be back in a second. Alright. Got my army built. I don't know if it'll be worth anything, but got it built. Night Falcon, thanks for dropping by. Was Warner part of the gunfight? He wasn't, so it's heresy all around. Magnum Knights, it was heresy all around. Warner wasn't in the gun battle, and Regina wasn't in the elf battle, so I'm not even the real heir of Carthage right now, you know. Okay. Player has spent too much, so we're waiting for someone to fix their army setup. Man, this weekend, I'm excited for the weekend. I've been stuck in my room. I get to work from home, so it's a blessing and a curse. Like, glad to have it, but at the same time, I'm so tired of being in my room sometimes. This weekend, I've got some buddies from high school I'm going to meet up with. We're going to go out on Beaver Lake. It's not far from here. I've got about a 10-mile paddle set up for us in the kayaks. And I'm super excited because Beaver Lake has striper and crappie, neither of which can I seem to catch. Obviously, I don't expect to catch the striper because the lake isn't big enough here in town. But I cannot get into any crappie in the lake here in town. So I'm super excited for this Saturday. I'm just going to like troll some crankbaits behind me while I paddle and see if I can get lucky and get into a school of striper. And we'll see. We're going to paddle past a bridge, so I'm going to have some poles ready to stop and put some jigs down on the pilings and see if I can get some crappie. If I catch some crappie, I'm going to keep those. Fry them. Zaki Style says, I work in marine fisheries and striper are always fun. Yeah. Do you work in a place where the striper can... In Arkansas, the only place where we have a breeding population, I think, is on the Arkansas River. And otherwise, there's a few lakes that they stock them, and what they'll do is they'll go out and catch the striper, I think, when they're about to breed, and they take them to a fishery, and they make sure the fish breed, and then they'll wait for the fry to be the right size, and they'll bring them back and put them back in the lake. And so they keep the population up that way, because we don't have, obviously, salt water, because I think the fish generally swim out of the salt water into the fresh water to spawn, and then back to the salt water. But there are some lakes back here where you can catch some striper. Virginia Beach, yep. So that's a perfect place for them. The Chesapeake, yep. Yeah, see, like I said, they'll breed naturally in the Arkansas River. I guess just because it's a river and it's bigger and I don't know, has a lot more water. I don't know what it is that makes them actually breed there versus in the lake. There are some lakes in Oklahoma, I think, that have some breeding populations.
Northern Sea Guard.
Orders. Wielder of the winds.
Archers.
Orders received.
We will obey.
Northern Sea Guard. Orders received.
Lothern Sea Guard.
For duty. Northern Sea Guard. For duty.
Sorry, get my army blocker out the way. You are probably about to lose it on me, and rightfully so.
Handmaiden of the Everqueen. Devoted servant.
All right. Regina, what do you think of my army? Does it meet your approval? I want to build a Warhammer chest set. What's a Warhammer chest set? It sounds awesome. Oh, like chess? Or it says chest. So like the game chess? Or is there some kind of like cool chest or something you can buy?
It shall be done.
Ooh.
Defending order.
We're gonna be out bolt throwered. This is not good.
Without fail. For Asturion.
We haven't lost an artillery piece yet. We're gonna be outdone. This is not ideal.
The Everqueen. Chosen of Isha.
Start moving forward a little.
Yes.
Lag. Uh-oh. Hope someone's not gonna drop. Nope. No drops. Yet. Oh. That lag. It was running really smooth, so that's why I'm worried someone's gonna drop. I'm not dropping frames, so it's not my internet. Warhammer model pieces and like chess. Okay. Yeah, that sounds pretty awesome. Come on, man. What happened? How could it be running normal and then come down to this? Like, is this like a Steam server issue or what in the world's going on? This sucks. I don't understand why this is so garbage. Alariel and 2 flame spires? Good heavens. I've got to stay close. I can't let my own Alariel get caught by these others. Alright, there it goes. Run a little smoother now. Pull up over here. Yeah, we're going to lose our bolt throwers, but if Alariel decides to... Here we go. Let's hold her attention over here. Kind of bait a little trap here.
Assault, withdraw!
Priestess of Isha. Advancing. Forward.
I can't let our own Alariel get caught here.
Back the dark. Guided by light. Under her protection.
To the fray!
Awaiting orders. Ever onward. High Priestess. Onward. Look high. Look high. Look high. Alariel the Evergreen.
We're getting eaten up pretty bad by
Alariel the Evergreen.
enemies here.
Light of Avalon. Forward.
It shall be done! Pull back!
My power is yours. With haste.
Try and save our sisters here. Hit by dragon princes.
To the fray!
Yeah, we are getting torn up. At least I'm gonna get torn up really bad right here.
We will obey! Draw back! For order!
Got Illyrian Reavers all over us now.
Battle!
Going. I go then.
As you say! Swiftly! Asa, move!
Let's lend a hand here. I lost some Seaguard. Stay in the middle of this fight. We got dragon princes bearing down on us.
Alariel the Evergreen.
Don't have a great way to defend myself right now. Okay, so oh, I left a handmaiden back here. How sucky is that?
Moving out!
Let's get out of there.
Isha's light.
Where's my other handmaiden?
Isha's
Fight that. Alariel, get out of there.
Guided by light. Under her
Dive down.
protection.
Lothern Caesar!
Let's kill this lord right here.
Swiftly!
Battle awaits.
March!
Some cover here.
Alariel
Dang it, we
the
lost our
Evergreen.
target to dive down on.
By Isha.
For all one!
For the Everqueen. In thrust. Driving back the dark. Moving.
Spearman!
See if we can make this noble go away.
On one's wing.
Loyal!
Great, here comes the chariots. That's exactly what I needed.
Isha, guide me.
Attack!
Yeah, we're getting overrun pretty bad here, but I need to stay alive for as long as possible here.
Guided by light.
I did end up losing a handmaiden.
Advancing.
We will obey! Forward!
Let's see.
Setting for!
Alariel,
Spearman!
not the safest place in the world. We need to get back. Oh no, it's bad. Can we get out of here?
At once.
Archers! Attack!
The greater good. Hear my gifts.
Pull back!
Genui.
Stay right here, Alariel.
Sail.
Stay in the circle, Alariel.
Restoring order. Advancing. Senui. Under her protection.
Alright, bit of a mess here right now, folks. Bit of a mess. I managed to get Alariel healed a little.
Loyal servant. Die, fools. Swiftly.
Let's Maybe throw down on these dragon princes a little. No. Let's go fight these spears and get our archers free.
Swiftly.
See if I can get my units turned around straight.
Let's
see if we can hurt the other Ilario a little. Try and get Ilario out of here now.
Onward! Ever onward! Isha, guide me! Moving! Advancing! To battle! Guided by light!
Following order.
Okay. Let's go see if we can get rid of a few of these spearmen. They are just spearmen.
Quickly now.
It will be done. Asur, advance. We will
Let's hang
obey.
on to some ammo here. I've still got a few units. Hasn't been a pretty fight, but my ally with his cavalry has done some good work. Some very good work. Despite me struggling to even survive here. Managed to keep my Ilario healed. I do have some tools to help with the remaining Phoenix units, and I've still got another Star of Avalorn use, if we can make it just a little bit longer. I'm trying to get these
Moving out!
spearmen to rout here. Let's see if we can hit them all in here.
Spearmen, for duty.
Maybe a little risky, but I want to get these units out of my way.
Setting forth.
That way I can come up here and help put some fire support down. Alright, yep, there we go.
High Priestess!
Alright, everybody pull up.
Senri!
Put some fire on these Tyrannok chariots, see if we can kill it.
Under her protection! Onward!
There we go, that's the end of the Tyrannoks.
Ever onward!
As you say.
Without fail.
Alright, let's push up, go do some work.
Handmaiden of the
I want to lure the enemy flyers into a Tempest.
moving out.
Alright, bring my units up. I have an Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower.
We will obey.
Yeah. Not exactly how I wanted this to go down, but it'll work. Come on.
Back the job! Thrust! Forward! Guided by light!
There we go. There we go. Make them pay. Make them pay for it.
Onward!
Shall be done. By your command.
Isha, guide me! Advancing!
That Tempest is so handy.
Forward!
Getting used against me now, though. Let's get out of here. I've got archer support, though, so I should be okay.
Guided by light!
Yeah, Tempest to me felt like a must when it came to... I'm gonna go back here and see if I can kill those bolt throwers.
The Evergreen!
Archers.
Alright, all we need to do is use our archers to clean this up, right?
Kill them.
Oak One's call!
Just keep Ilariel moving.
Isha, guide me!
Yeah, there we go.
Moving!
Archers.
Yes! We did it! I thought we were gonna lose. High Elf Throwdown. There we go. Did I save the stream battle? No! I think I lost the stream battle. Or the FFA. I forgot to save the FFA. Did anybody on here save the FFA battle? Crap. I think I forgot to save the all-gun FFA. If anybody on here has it, shoot me a message in chat. I think I forgot to save it, though. That was kind of crazy. I actually thought I was going to lose because I was getting beat up so bad and we took all that artillery fire. But the Dragon Princes, like Falcon said, they really were good. Emmerich going with all the Dragon Princes and he went ham. So RTK Valkanos, like he knew what he was doing there, having all the Dragon Princes. Yeah, if anybody was in that battle, have the autosave. If you haven't played a battle since then, it's the autosave file. Go into your folder. Yeah, just rename it, and let me know if anybody has it. Alright, so Valkanos, thanks for the support there. That was awesome. Saved me with the Dragon Princes. Definitely saved me with the Dragon Princes. My intention here was to bring some archers that could serve as both. And then just to have a lot of firepower, I figured 2 Eagle Claw bolt throwers might be enough to kind of be in contention, but Griffin and Amoeba both brought bolt throwers, so we were outclassed from the very beginning. So we were definitely outclassed from an artillery standpoint. But in the end, they just didn't have enough to stop all the cavalry from Emmerich. That's what it looks like, because he only had Illyrian Reavers here. The chariots are a cool touch. Tyrannok chariots are kind of a fun unit. They're not fantastic, but in certain situations, they're really not bad. Like an early campaign, for instance, I find Tyrannok chariots to be fairly useful. I had the noble run around. This guy scared me, man. He came in chasing me hard. And but Alariel and our eagle, sometimes I'm not great at it, but if you keep maneuvering, Zaki Style said, I did just play another game. Oh no, anybody else in there? Who else was in that first battle with me? Anybody from the first battle with the gun replay have it? I guess we could just do another one. Yeah, I forgot to save it. We've got this one, and I've got it saved. That was a fun one. Thanks, everybody, for doing that one. I'm going to back out of that, and we'll host another one here. Maybe we do need to just do another gun battle. Let's do one more regular one, and if we have time, then I'll jump over and try and replay the gun battle. If not, what I may do is go into the Discord tomorrow and grab some folks and go play the gun FFA again. Let's see, I don't know if Starman's out there. On this one, if you've already played a battle, hang tight just a minute. And let's see who joins so we can give everybody a chance to cycle in. If we can't fill up the game, then by all means at that point, even if you've already been one, go ahead and join again. So let's do that. I'm gonna host another one here. Just airs battle, passwords 1. We did that one as a team battle. Let's do a free-for-all battle. Wait, should we do a siege battle? The host reduced the maximum unit setting, causing some to be removed from your setup. What? I don't remember what that happens. Settings. Tower level 2. Large funds. Let's do a siege battle. Let's see, what would make for a fun siege? We need... That one sounds good. Brett's and Imps versus Chaos. Okay. So let's do... Alright, so I'm on the attacking side, so I'll do... I'll pick a Chaos theme here. Then Pufflix can be Chaos with me. Alright, so Pufflix and I are going to play as Chaos. And we're going to siege, let's see if Middenheim... Middenheim, I don't know if it's a map here. It's not one of the multiplayer maps, but we can just get kind of a generic, like this Ackendorf, Dark Elves, Aberheim. Yeah, this is good right here. This should work. It's an Empire City, close enough. Liam, thanks for joining. Just got back from fishing and ready to relax. What'd you go fishing for? DJ? Any luck tonight? All right. No luck tonight. Caught a few this morning. It's been too many days since I've been fishing. I need to tell my teammate. Remember, you need to bring siege equipment. Okay. Pufflix, you can hear me? Okay. Remember to bring siege equipment in the equipment tab. And I think it's based on the number of units, so you'll have to pick your army and then go to the equipment tab and pick your siege equipment. Yeah, okay, mine's set. Yeah, Pufflix, once you get your army, just make sure you go in and get your siege equipment set. Mine is all set now. Open siege battle with a gun mod and it crashed my game. Good to know, Zaki style. Yeah, it probably won't work everywhere. I think for siege battles, did you all notice recently in the gun campaign, the ramp at Fort Insoluble has something so simple like just the design of that map. Having that ramp and giving my gun units a good place to fight from totally changed how that siege battle plays. And I feel like with siege battles, Creative Assembly needs to get more creative. Is probably the right way to put it. For instance, if you're going to be Bretonia, the siege battle should have like these cool roofed-in murder hole type things around the gates where your archers can get in and they can fire down into the murder hole, but they can't get attacked by flyers, right? It would help them. And then within the city, for Bretonia, they would have wider alleyways where the cavalry can charge and cycle and charge and cycle, and they'll funnel you into these points and stuff. Like, so Bretonia, that could be an instance, right? And then for Empire, maybe the walls have mounts for artillery pieces, because that's a specialty that the Empire can do. Maybe this is the same thing with the dwarves. And they need they need to have specialty focus on the map itself to make it fun and advantageous for that faction to defend, right? And you would have to go through and work on some creative stuff for each faction, and I feel like that would make Siege Battle tremendously more fun. Tremendously more fun. So, yeah, they need something like that to help give some life to the siege, and maybe there's phases of siege battles. So, for instance, you go attack Altdorf, and the player can choose to defend the outer defenses, and maybe it's a little more room to maneuver for both teams, but some nice choke points for the defender. And then there's like the city phase after they win that, and you know, like it's a little different, and you can maybe build certain equipment for the city phase. And the defender, if they spent time and money ahead of time, they can have certain equipment in that defender phase. It feels like they've got to have something to make it have a little more creativity and play to it, and make it more fun than just like, oh great, I got to defend these stupid walls again. And it's the same thing over and over and over again. You know what I mean? And the ramp at Fort Saul kind of had that trickling my head. Not because it's perfect, but it's a good example of how, like, that raised wall and those battlements and the ramp were just perfect for the gun units. It was absolutely, like, it's almost like it was tailor-made for the gun units. Even though it wasn't, it was. And so that's the kind of thing that I'm thinking, like, CA needs to do that based on the faction. You'd have to come up with some creative ways. So, for instance, maybe, like, with vampires, maybe there's, like, little graveyards throughout the siege. And if your caster goes and sits there for an amount of time, it can activate a summon unit of zombies. Like, so you can just kind of keep pulling in, you know, more and more to try and wear someone down, since the vampires don't have, you know, ranged weapons or something. Like, there's areas that terrify, you know, the defender to fight, or the attacker to fight there. The magic traps, like in the end of the Grom battle, like AC5 attack, like there's all kinds of stuff that you should be able to prepare and use in your siege battles to have some fun with it. And I feel like they need to definitely spend some time really thinking about siege and thinking about how to play it out, because it could be really good. It could be really good. I think if done right. But yeah, I think there's a lot of ideas that are out there. I mean, we've seen things in past games, like the deployment of caltrops and burning balls and stuff like that. I mean, there's definitely ideas out there. I like your chess game idea, Sophia. It's a good one. Yeah, I just wanted to do some different stuff in these battles. I've not really ever played a lot of Siege Battle and multiplayer on Warhammer. I have no idea how it goes down. They're obviously thinking through the end of their army here. That's why they're getting overspent occasionally and trying to work through it here. Air for CA president. Yeah, probably not the best idea, but... I feel like CA is good about asking us for feedback whenever we're playing the games early, and we'll all go and provide it. And I'm not saying this in like a mean way, like that they're trying to be mean, because they're not. It's not their MO. Their community team is really great. But I swear every time I offer feedback, it never goes anywhere. Not that my feedback has to always be right. But every time I've offered feedback, it hasn't gone anywhere. Like for instance, the region trading in Troy, I told them before the game launched, I was like, look, it's really cool that you added region trading, but it's pointless because I can only trade stuff that's like right next door to each other. That's not what we want with region trading. What we want is the ability to, like, for instance, if my friends capture a small settlement, I want to be able to offer them a certain amount of money or something to, or trade a different region with them. It doesn't have to be right side by side. And I told them this, and they're just like, well, no, it's working the way we want it to. And I was like, I understand it's working the way you want it to. The way you want it to isn't good. And it's frustrating because they're great at taking feedback, and they ask for it. And a lot of times they will make changes based on what the community team or the community content creators and stuff feed them back. But I feel like every time I end up saying something that is definitely not going to get listened to. And again, not because they're being mean per se. It just, I guess I'm always, in the wrong place, wrong time, because they do ask for it all the time. But the region trading is just that one example to me. It's like, I'm glad you put it in the game, but at this point you might as well not have, because it doesn't solve, like, I don't want rails on how I'm going to trade regions. And their reasoning was, oh, well, if we let you trade whatever, the player will just be able to buy all the regions from the AI. Well, no. I mean, it can be expensive. That's fine. The player's not going to be able to just buy the whole map, probably. But, or maybe even make it to where you can only trade a region every so many turns. But I don't know. I felt like it just didn't quite work for me. Regina says she just uses the region trading mod. I'm going to check that out. It's a good idea. The mod may be better. What faction do you think I should make with it? Oh boy. If you're going to make a chess set, it'd be pretty cool to have like an Empire and Chaos. Or like a Lizardman and probably Skaven. Or a High Elf, Dark Elf one would be really good. Yeah, there'd be some pretty cool chess sets you could do with Warhammer. There would be some pretty sweet chess sets you could do.
Bring their souls. Features many glories. Noble's pestilent glory. Corn's bloody glory. Chosen. For the chaos goes. What? Chosen. Undivided. Tremble, mortals.
Yeah, tremble, mortals.
Warriors.
Okay, I think I'm ready to go here. Like, oh, I always forget my army blocker. There we go. Get that out of the way. I'm ready to go. There's some female orc cheerleaders from Blood Bowl that could be the queen. Oh man, I think I saw that little video that someone had made with the female orc cheerleaders. It was terrifying. It was terrifying. Let's see what my teammates got here. Marauders, Aspiring Champions. Got Aspiring Champions up in there. The Summoners of Rage, Kolek. I don't know that there really are female orcs. It may have been specific for this Blood Bowl game. Otherwise, orcs, I think, aren't they just like a fungus, like a mushroom or something? I have no idea. Same with the lizards being spawned from pools. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if female is a thing with them. I want to make sure the defenders have plenty of time to set up. We are ready. Defenders can ready up whenever you are set. Check out these Chaos Siege towers for a minute. Very spiky. Very chaos. The cities, like the cityscape in the back of the Warhammer things, looks really good. The buildings look cool. There's just not much to the map or the fight, right? The backgrounds look really nice, but it's like you can't do anything with it, so it doesn't matter. Alright, we're just waiting for the defenders to ready up. I should have given them a fort map. I don't know if the fort maps count as a siege, though. Because I know in the campaign you can't actually bring... I'm going to assume they're ready then, because they hit the ready button.
Now is our time. Despoiled. deliver slaughter. Skulls for the skull throat.
Okay, I'm gonna... So we can start blowing up some of these guys here. Alright, here we go, here we go. Oh, not quite. Whiffed it. Alright, my guys are almost at the walls. Let's not whiff the... Oh, there's a better target over here. Hang on to it, hang on to it, hang on to it. Right there, that's where we're going. Right in the middle of that. Yes! Okay, alright, let's hop out of there for a minute. Gotta do some controlling. Let's move up to the walls. Get our Kaon up here. Yeah, Hell Cannon's honestly probably a little OP for what's going on here. Oh man, my guys are getting shredded up here. Get down and fight. Trying to break the walls. Let's move up the rest of our troops. Okay, let's get back on my Hell Cannon. I need to move my Hell Cannon up a little, actually. Does one of these make it move faster? Yeah. Alright, so we're inside the city. Alright. Let her rip. Not bad, not bad. Alright, not bad. Let's get Cannon to move up just a little more. The gates are open. Let's push in here. I'm gonna go ahead and send a couple more of these guys up the walls. Send some in through the gates. Gonna need our Kaon's help here. Is he gonna go for my Hell Cannon? He might try to. I'm gonna bring our Kaon over to try and change his mind about potentially going to the Hell Cannon. I'm not done with the Hell Cannon yet. Oh! I lost the shot right there at the very end. Crap. My mouse went off screen. In the gates! Get in there! Overwhelm them! Oh, that's not good. Get in there and get those guys. Gotta shut those gunners up. Bounce a burning head off the wall there. It'd probably end up burning me a little, but I have plenty of armor. We can probably take it. Let's move this up a little more. Alright, we're cutting through. How's my teammate doing? He's doing alright. Power bar is in our favor at the moment. Where you at, Hell Cannon? Let's turn on the fiery boom thing here and make some boom. Trying to blow these guys up a little here. Where's our Kaon at? Alright, we're in good shape. Good shape. Chase that. I think the power bar going in our favor, but we still got to deal with... I'm going to try and keep our Kaon here close to these aspiring champions. I didn't bring any halberds.
Syrians I will see. Yes. Agreed.
That. We've managed to get into those guns. Send some warriors this way and send a few back up in here. Ooh, here's an opportunity. See if we can catch this damsel. Archaon knows no such chivalry. Pull back, pull back, pull back. Pull these guys into the infantry.
The masters speak.
Yeah, he's not going to want to take this fight, so let's make him. Get the old Slayer of Kings out here. Chase him, Archaon. Don't let him back in the air. Oh, fine. Hit the damsel if he's going to run. We don't need honor. Oh my gosh, man. Archaon just dropped the damsel because he's got the Slayer of Kings active right now. Alright, here we go. Let's have a throwdown, folks. Let's have a throwdown. Alright, we've captured the... I think we got the capture point. Damsel routed. See if we can keep Lewin on the ground here. Make him fight. We got the Summoners of Rage here with us now, too. I think it's a pretty safe bet we got this one. Honestly, this is a tough defense because Chaos can just stack up so much heavily armored infantry, and the Empire can't use any of their open field advantages, so siege battle is probably going to be very difficult for Empire to win without, or Empire and Chaos, Bretonnia. If you bring infantry to try and stack up against them, it's just, it doesn't stack well in this particular case. Alright, so Mittenheim belongs to Chaos. Is there like some flagellants or something somewhere? Yeah. So we can get our Kaon onto these flagellants. There's some aspiring champions who are probably about to fight them here. These guys. Oh, they are going to charge. I was like, are they not going to charge? Let's check out the final brawl here. Aspiring champions definitely going to be able to handle a few flagellants.
They are too powerful.
Oh, Archaon wanted it. He's trying to kill Steel. Archaon's kill stealing. I'm probably gonna have to get off here, folks. I need to go spend some time with Mrs. Air. We had a few fun battles tonight. What I'll do about the gun battle is I'm going to join the Discord tomorrow sometime during the day, my time. It'll probably be around lunchtime, depending on when my work meetings are. And I'll try and get in there and play an FFA battle with the gun mod on. So if you want to do it, make sure you're in the Discord. I'll put an announcement there, and I'll replay the gun one so that we can record that. I had a lot of fun tonight. I know it was just kind of off the cuff, just goofy battles. What I have in mind to do in the future, though, is I really want to do kind of like I guess it would be like a King of the Hill type thing. I know other channels do that, and I'm not trying to just rip them off. You know, obviously I'd want to do our own version of it, which is where players would pick like a very specific faction and army, and we see who can win the most battles, maybe in a given set or something, or who can stay standing, meaning the army they would have to pick would have to hopefully be good in as many situations as possible, right? So it makes it challenging because they have to pick something and stick with it regardless of what they end up with. So it would be a pretty interesting situation. Then obviously what I would do to make it more interesting is if someone got a X number of wins or whatever the case is, I would give out some Steam cards or something just to make it a little more fun for folks to join up. So you're not just playing, but there's a small prize involved too. And, you know, for those who aren't playing, I don't know, I'll probably get like a Steam card or something and try and give it away in the Steam chat or something, like, because I know I have a little thing on my streaming thing here that'll let me do giveaways and stuff too. So it'd be fun to do. Anyway, thank you all for joining tonight. It was a lot of fun. I'll be streaming again Thursday, so come check it out, and we'll have some fun there. Heir of Carthage signing out for now, and I will see you all